My beloved child, how much longer will you carry what I already offered to lift? You are standing at the edge of a divine turning point. But if you do not pause now, if you do not open your heart in this moment, you may miss the very breakthrough your soul has been crying for. What you are about to hear is not coincidence. It is a sacred calling, and I do not want you to miss it. Yet, my child, hear this. You are not required to bear everything on your own. You are not obligated to remain in a constant state of unease over what is transient. Let your mind find relief. Let your heart roam freely. Prosperity is never born of worry. It does not emerge from dread or from gripping what is impermanent. True prosperity does not arise from clinging to every asset as though letting go would mean losing all you have. No, my precious one. Abundance blooms from trust, from grasping that this universe does not dwell in scarcity, but in fullness. Have you ever seen the sun refrain from shining because it feared its light could fail? Have you ever observed a river cease to flow because it dreaded its waters would vanish one day? Certainly not, because that is not how life operates, and neither is it your nature. You were never born to endure perpetual lack. You were not formed to battle endlessly with material concerns. What belongs to you will come to you when you learn to release fear and place your trust in life's current. Once you stop clutching at what you imagine you require, you will discover that you have perpetually possessed enough, that you have never been forsaken, that you have never genuinely been deprived of anything. But first, liberate your mind from needless anxieties. Open your heart so that it can receive abundance in its most authentic form, innate, flowing, and generously bestowed. Consider which things truly exceed all others in worth. The people who matter to you are of incomparable significance. The souls around you are not present by mere coincidence. They are not mere figures, not obligations, not burdens for you to shoulder. They are treasures placed in your life to teach you how to love, how to treasure, and how to give without fear. Observe those in your midst. Gaze into their eyes. Let yourself feel warmth in the smallest interactions, a hug, a kind expression, a sincere conversation. These moments hold infinitely more value than any earthly riches. No amount of wealth can purchase genuine love. No possession substitute for a heart that supports you, believes in you, and loves you, regardless of the world's turns. You could lose earthly assets, but if those who love you slip away, that loss is the most profound. So fix your attention on what genuinely matters. Refuse to allow financial worries to obscure your perspective. Do not allow the apprehension of inadequacy to make you overlook what is already in your hands. Once you comprehend this, once you truly see that nothing surpasses the worth of those you cherish, once you place love and human bonds above material wealth, abundance will flow to you of its own accord. For genuine abundance does not stem from digits in an account, but from how you lead your life, how you show love, how you give. Those who live with a heart of abundance, who trust, who offer without restraint, will invariably discover sufficiency. But those who dwell in fear, who cling to material items, will consistently feel a sense of want, irrespective of how much they accumulate. Allow your mind to be renewed. Open wide your heart. Let confidence take the place of fear. You are not deserted. You do not have to manage everything on your own. You do not have to wrestle with life for every small necessity. Everything you require will arrive at the appropriate time. But first, you must understand the rightful place to put your trust. This principle is not solely vital in the present. It is crucial for what lies ahead. If you remain on a relentless pursuit of fleeting items, you will forfeit what genuinely counts. If you permit financial anxieties to rule your life, you will inadvertently miss life's most priceless experiences. If you permit external wealth to determine your contentment, but if you learn to trust, if you grasp that your intrinsic value lies not in your belongings, but in who you develop into, if you recognize that there is nothing as precious as genuine connections, then your life will shift. You will no longer be trapped by small worries. You will no longer submit to fear. You will no longer go astray chasing what lacks real importance. Instead, you will tread lightly, with true freedom, with a heart brimming with appreciation and serenity. Recall, my loved one, in this world, no currency can purchase the tranquility of one's spirit. No quantity of money can replace the bliss of sharing life with those who adore you. No tangible possession can fill the hollowness in a heart that fails to treasure what it already possesses. So relinquish your worries, unburden your thoughts, fill your heart with trust, and you will witness that once you stop holding on, once you cease living in fear, once you genuinely center your worth in the proper place, all you need will come naturally, fully, and free from strain. You need not fret. You only need to live wholeheartedly, love with abandon, and trust that this universe will never allow you to go without what you fundamentally require. Carve this truth into your heart. I am the provider for you, the ultimate fount of all the abundance you long for. There is no necessity that I cannot fulfill, no obstacle so immense that I cannot guide you past it, as long as you commit your entire trust to me. Once you comprehend that I cradle your existence in my hands, every worry will find its answer. The loads you carry, the money troubles, the overwhelming debts, the bills you cannot handle, none of these lie outside my care. Yet, my child, I do not seek to merely have you obtain. I yearn for you to grasp the value of gratitude, responsible stewardship, and sharing with fellow souls. True abundance comes not from the mass of resources you clutch, but from how you employ what has been given to you. Some possess nearly nothing, yet have hearts in thankfulness, always ready to give. Others hold plenty, but remain impoverished at heart, shackled by the dread of loss and an unquenchable hunger for more. Do not postpone your kindness until you feel you have enough, because true abundance is never tied to possessions. It is about your mindset. A giving heart continuously finds more. One who embraces faith perpetually has sufficient means. Learn to responsibly handle the resources you hold. Treasure what has been entrusted to you and use it wisely, neither by waste nor by greed. When you grip tightly in fear, you invite more scarcity. But if you rest your trust in me, when you open your heart to generosity, you will witness the miraculous. For the tide of abundance stays in motion for those who give with honesty. Keep in mind, my child, worldly riches are only momentary, earthly objects. Ultimately, you will not carry them along when your time ends. Money may bestow convenience, but it cannot grant calm for your spirit. Belongings may afford a flimsy feeling of safety, yet they do not promise a life of genuine significance. Do not chain your mind to fleeting elements, to those that time will ultimately wash away. How many have devoted their entire lifetimes to pursuing money, only to discover at life's close that nothing could be held on to? How many relinquished love, calmness, and even their essence, simply for a bit more, only to realize that in the final breath they must let go? In the end, no one can carry even a solitary coin. Hence, do you discern what genuinely carries worth? The sole thing you carry is your heart, the faithful acts, your daily demonstrations of love, compassion, generosity, and honesty. When you leave this temporal existence, it is not your holdings that endure, but the kindnesses you have shown, the people you aided, the burdens you lifted, the souls you have loved, the moments in which you chose faith over fear, those instances you trusted me in place of material gain. Such are the deeds that bear infinite merit. So proceed as one who grasps that all you have is meant to be shared, not locked away. When you learn to give, you gain more than you ever expected. When you dare to believe that I will meet your needs, you come to see that you were never destitute. When you measure your worth by what transcends this world rather than what is confined here, you enter a genuine freedom, one unrestrained by needless anxiety, untouched by the yoke of forces beyond your control, instead filled with comfort and joy. Live daily in thankfulness. Manage your possessions with wisdom. Share, even if you doubt you own enough. For the world does not judge abundance solely by your belongings, but by how you employ what you are given. And never forget, my cherished child, if you walk in faith with a receptive heart, I always precede you. smoothing your path and caring for your every need. You need not fret, you need only believe. And once you truly comprehend this, you step into a life liberated from fear and filled with freedom and overflowing happiness. What I request of you is not perfection, not exhausted labors to confirm your value, nor the superficial accomplishments that garner admiration. What I yearn for, what I await in you, is sincerity of spirit and unwavering faith. I do not measure external appearances. I behold your heart. I do not ask you to be without flaws, never stumbling, but I long for you to keep your heart truthful, your trust steady, your thoughts fixed on the light. Your heart has remained under my watch. You are never on your own. I have safeguarded you, cradled you in my embrace, ensuring you never truly fell, even when you felt unable to continue. But my child, the time has come to avoid staying in the same place. You cannot simply accept my protection while declining to advance. My shelter is not provided to keep you complacent. It is given so you may confidently move onward, free of fear. You must wholeheartedly chase the road to liberty. Freedom does not arrive by fluke. It will not suddenly appear for those who do nothing. Freedom is a pilgrimage, a deliberate selection, an avenue only the brave in faith tread. You cannot simply wish for freedom, hoping it finds you. You must honestly crave it. Be ready to strive for it, for there are many forces that aimed to bind you. Many unseen bonds have ensnared you, anxieties, hesitations, old hurts, the falsehoods you once believed, personal limits you imposed. But now I need you to recognize a fundamental truth. You are unbound. You are no longer chained by what once held you hostage. The exit stands open. The shackles have fallen. Will you choose to walk out? Remember that freedom does not signify an end to adversity. Freedom does not promise a painless walk. It means that you will no longer be dictated to by the forces that once terrified you. You will cease allowing the past to shape you. You will resist allowing fear of the unknown to imprison you. Instead, you will journey with assurance, with steadfast trust, aware that I go before you, shaping your route. And nothing can halt you when your hope rests in me. But ask yourself sincerely, do you yearn for freedom? Are you ready to release what confined you? For some will claim they seek freedom while still clinging to what they find familiar. They do not part with their fears because they have grown intertwined with them. They are unwilling to discard their boundaries because they rely on those walls. They dread that stepping outside will render them lost. However, my child, grasp this. You cannot have both. You cannot claim a desire to be free while still clutching your chains. You must decide. So allow your soul to truly crave the freedom I have arranged for you. Let nothing sidetrack you. Do not allow the course of the world to draw you backward. Do not let memories of days past frighten you away from tomorrow. You are intended for a higher calling. You are meant to move in radiance, in completeness, in the mission I decreed for you. Yet, this only happens once you truly desire it. Once you are willing to walk out this voyage. Remember, freedom is no static end but a daily approach to living. It is the daily choices you make. It is how you abandon what does not serve you anymore. It is how you place your faith in me rather than surrendering to fear. Freedom is not yours in just a single heartbeat. You will slip into it gradually, day after day, decision following decision, step upon step. And here is my pledge. If you truly advance, if you rely wholeheartedly on me, if you allow the light to show your way, change will occur. You will witness events beyond what you deemed possible. Barriers will give way to doors. Miracles will appear in everyday circumstances because you will no longer live like someone shackled, but like one who has been made free. So stride forward without fear, my dear child. Hold tightly to your faith. Let your devotion to me manifest not merely in speech, but in your day-to-day actions. Let your heart continuously be drawn to light, always seek truth, and ceaselessly thirst for freedom with all that you are. I declare, once you walk this path, you will never want to return. Once you taste ultimate freedom, you will no longer crave the shackles. Once you understand your essence, once you recognize who you were truly meant to be, no power can pull you back to former days. Exercise caution about the people traveling beside you. Not all who walk alongside you offer genuine support. Not every warm smile or encouraging word, not every round of applause indicates that they genuinely hope to see you flourish. Some may appear like companions, yet vanish when hardship arises. Some might promise unwavering presence, yet when you are in urgent need, they step away, leaving you isolated in the storm. Do not invest in those who are undeserving. Refuse to be tricked by outward appearances. They might momentarily elevate you, give you a sense of comfort, or persuade you that a safety net lies beneath your feet. But when gusts rage, when you need a friend's shoulder the most, when you extend your hand in search of someone to haul you back up, you will discover they were absent all along. They stood near you only when existence was easy. They walked with you only when you had minimal needs. Yet the minute you stumble, lose direction, or weaken, they turn away. They desert you, exposed to howling winds, among harsh voices, with the self-doubt you never had a chance to confront. But remember, my child, this hurt is not punishment, but a revelation. It is the means by which you learn that not everyone is worthy of your trust. It allows you to discern whom you admit into your private sphere. It is the way I help you see true allies against fleeting presences. Resist letting their behaviors sway your self-esteem. Don't allow their betrayal to force you to question your value, to wonder if you merit genuine love or support. Such individuals do not determine your value. They only reveal their own disloyalty. Their mockery, cynical remarks, and destructive words do not deliver honesty. They may sow seeds of doubt, telling you that you are incompetent, that you will fail, that you don't deserve success. They may repeat scorn so frequently that you nearly accept it. But my child, do not welcome their words as truth. Don't let them infiltrate your heart. Never permit them to echo in your soul each time you attempt to progress. Their verdicts do not define you. Their actions do not grant them authority over your fate. They have no claim to say who you are, nor can they obstruct your calling. Only you maintain that power. And I want you to see that their endorsement is not required for your greatness. You do not need their agreement to head the right way. Those predestined to walk with you will never forsake you. Those who genuinely belong in your life will not turn away when storms rise. They will remain not solely in triumphant times, but will take hold of your hand when you have fallen. They will uplift you when your vitality fades. They will remind you of your essence when the world's lies cause you to lose sight of it. So avoid clinging to relationships without a secure foundation. Do not let brief loneliness prompt you to clasp hands lacking true sincerity. Better to walk alone in the glow than to walk with people leading you into gloom. It is preferable to stand alone in integrity than to remain amid those entangled in deception. My child, keep in mind, you don't need crowds to substantiate your worth. You don't require applause to be certain you walk the right road. Those who only see a short distance will never appreciate the length of your journey. Those who have never taken your steps will not grasp your need to continue onward. Don't linger for them to affirm you. Don't seek assurance from those who never wholly believed in you. Let your trek be validated by the one who called you, by the heartbeat within you, by the faith you carry. There will be moments of solitude, times you look around and spot no companion. But do not yield to discouragement. Let it not press you back to those never meant for your path. Because sometimes you must stand alone for separation's sake to free you from what is not truly yours. Sometimes emptiness arises to create space for the truly valuable. Shun filling the emptiness with disingenuous alliances. Let me be your stronghold. Let me stand at your side as your friend. As you remain steadfast, ignoring unhealthy bonds, rejecting deceit, those who sincerely belong in your life will arrive. Those who share your ideals, who bolster you instead of dragging you down, who treasure you for who you are, not for your usefulness. Their arrival may not be immediate, yet trust that their timing will be perfect. So resist grasping at every extended hand simply because you're afraid to journey alone. Don't let hostile voices become your internal monologue. Realize that your legitimacy derives not from any mortal's approval, but from the one who fashioned you. You owe no compliance to those who overlooked your true worth. Each new morning, begin by coming to me, unveiling your heart to my presence. When daybreak gently graces the world, before daily chores entangle you in busyness, before undone tasks claim your attention, direct your spirit toward me. Let your initial waking moments include hearing my voice, feeling my loving care, resting in the assurance that you never travel this road by yourself. Today I provide you a message, a reminder of my boundless devotion to you. Nothing in your life escapes my concern. No instant passes that eludes my vigilant eye. When the night quiets the world and you take your rest, I remain by your side. I call you by name. I watch over you with tender affection. I note every breath you inhale, every subtle shift you make. Even in your deepest dreams, I speak to you. I remind you that you are cherished, that you are not forgotten, that you are continually safeguarded and guided. I witness the obstacles in your path. I've seen your moments of exhaustion, your periods of feeling you cannot proceed. I observe your apprehensions about the unknown future, about which routes terrify you, about the strain you shoulder. Do you think I am blind to it? Do you think I fail to notice? But, dear child, I do not solely see. I have walked alongside you. I am never a silent observer. I am forever prepared to raise you up. Each tear that fell in solitude, each tumble that no one else recognized, I was present. Not one tear escaped my awareness. Not a single sigh of despair ever slipped my memory. Yet I don't just watch or observe, I intervene. I am renewing you, even when you do not detect it. I am calming your innermost being, even when you think you remain in pieces. I am mending those long-standing wounds. Are you not aware of it? Situations that once caused paralyzing agony no longer bring you to the floor. The recollections that once gripped you so heavily now rest in your past. Memories you can re-examine with relief. This is never sheer randomness. It is my protective hand rebuilding you, carefully returning you to yourself, released from what was, fearless of what will be. I refuse to let you merely survive. I want you to flourish. I encourage you to keep envisioning. Do not let your hurts persuade you that a bright future is out of reach. Do not permit your downfalls to convince you that new beginnings are impossible. Do not let others' remarks rattle your self-belief. I implore you to believe you can rise anew, that you can still accomplish the feats you once deemed beyond possibility. Do not permit your marks of pain to extinguish your inner flame. Do not let years of heartache snuff out the spark I ignited in your soul. Keep looking for reflective intervals. Grant your spirit the opportunity to rest in silence so you can sense my whispers. Life is loud, the world is unsettled, yet you will encounter me in the hush. Reserve minutes where you withdraw from chaos. Stay with yourself, heed your heart, and accept that my presence is constant, always prepared to share my words with you. You've had countless occasions of rushing, numerous occasions of letting worries overrun your mind, to the extent that you neglected my steady whisper. I have never ceased speaking, yet you must decide to listen. In the stillness, in that moment of full openness, you will perceive the wisdom you have missed. You will sense that I have forever been directing you. You will grasp that each response you sought was right there all along. You simply had not yet heard it well enough. Child of mine, do not permit this noisy world to make you disregard my voice. Do not allow tension to bury my guidance. Recall that I have never left your side. Keep in mind that I love you equally on days when you feel courageous and on days you seem utterly weak. My affection for you does not vary. I do not simply abide with you in triumphs. Even in your fall, I remain, drawing you close with a love unchanging. Therefore, when dawn arrives and you open your eyes, come to me first. Let me occupy your earliest thoughts. Allow me to be your primary source of resilience before embarking on a new day. Let me be the beacon shining upon your every resolution. And throughout the day, when adversity finds you, when fatigue sets in, remember that you can come back to me. You need not shoulder it all yourself. You needn't search for solace in fleeting things. In my presence, you will experience tranquility despite life's chaos. I know your heart thoroughly, the pains that weigh you down, the remorse that echoes in your soul, the hidden isolation you shield from the world. I am aware of the occasions you held yourself responsible for bygone errors, the instances you wished you could rewind and correct your action. I observe the load you carry, the sleepless nights, the endless cycle of worries. These matters only you and I fully grasp. No other mind perceives the grief you conceal, but I see every layer of it. I have never ceased looking after you, nor have I lost sight of what you have endured. I saw every one of your silent collapses, the tears you suppressed, so nobody would see your vulnerability. Yet, my dear one, do not be alarmed. Do not worry that you must conceal these bruises from me, because with me, you do not have to handle your despair alone. Everything you keep hidden deep inside, I have already known. Each sorrow you believe is misunderstood, I discern entirely. Come to me daily so you can hear my guidance for you. Listen intently, in stillness, so that you become aware you do not need to keep feeling guilty. I did not shape you to stay tormented by your errors. I did not summon you to remain stuck in regrets. What has finished, let it remain behind. Let it stand as a lesson, not a shackle. Let it be part of your story, not the barrier hindering your onward path. Embrace the forgiveness I extend. Do not refuse it because you doubt you're deserving. Do not presume you must rectify everything before seeking grace. My love is unconditional. I do not love you due to perfection. I do not accept you because you never slip up. I cherish you even in your missteps. I recognize your value, even if you cannot yet see it in yourself. Relinquish the burdens in your soul. Let them drop like fall leaves, ceasing to cling to dried branches, letting the breeze gather them, disappearing into earth and sky. Avoid keeping what has ceased to benefit you. Don't let past wrongs define who you are today. Don't let history bar you from the goodness I have in store. As you move forward, unencumbered by regret, fix your view on the horizon. Let the past remain behind. Let faded recollections cease to divert you from the future I have laid out for you. One cannot advance while constantly looking back. You cannot grasp the new if your hands cling to the old. You cannot enter a fresh chapter if you allow yesterday to keep inscribing your story. Trust that new horizons await. Countless doors are set to open. Doors you never would have imagined now stand wide, beckoning you. But you cannot pass through them while still shackled by old events. Let yourself discover freedom. Allow your heart to be unchained. Step forward in faith, not fear. Remember, each new day is not mere routine. It is an open page, an occasion for you to further craft your narrative. Do not let worn pages stain new ones. Do not allow old hurts to obscure your capacity to keep dreaming. You are not limited by past events. Your errors do not define you. You are not your blunders, not your scars, not the labels placed upon you. You are who I intended you to be, one with purpose, a calling, and a tomorrow that no one can withdraw. Proceed in liberty, proceed with thankfulness, proceed with certainty that your past no longer restrains you. Remember that I have absolved you, and all that remains is to accept that absolution. Do not punish yourself for what is finished. Do not believe you are destined to carry it all alone. Hand your load over to me. Let me escort you into a revitalized season, one of revival, restoration, and emancipation. You have no need to fear what awaits. You simply need to place your trust in my careful preparations. I am unveiling a new route for you, brimming with fresh energy and brightness. Yet to tread that path, you must personally choose. Nobody else can make that choice for you. No one can open their spirit on your behalf. Actual transformation only comes when you feel ready to abandon what has passed. Only then will the intangible walls that constrained you for so long be lifted, allowing renewal to surge into your being, washing away every fretting thought and bringing true healing. Set aside the bustle for a while. Find stillness and let your heart be drawn to that innermost summons. Bow down, not just outwardly, but in the deepest surrender of your soul. In that quiet, let every breath become a prayer. Let each idea, every silent yearning, be laid bare before me in earnestness. Speak without hesitation of your hopes, your most profound goals, even the ones you've never shared. For it is not only your spoken requests that I recognize. I see into the yearnings you cannot articulate. Life holds experiences no words can fully capture, emotions that defy expression, aspirations too profound for phrases. Even when your lips go silent, your heart continues voicing itself to me. I perceive each heartbeat, every slight tremble in your spirit. If you tremble with fear, I understand your unease. When you seek an exit from your restlessness, I see that longing. If you break under sadness, I comprehend every sorrow, the reasons behind your heavy heart. Every thought, even ones you view as trivial, every brief worry, none escapes my love. I do not merely notice your actions, I discern your innermost being. I realize what you keep hidden, the unspoken hurts, the aspirations you presumed lost. I say, do not be afraid to let my presence touch the darkest parts within. Let my light permeate every shadow, revealing the unstoppable flood of renewal inside you. Everything I initiate in your life stems from your willingness. If your hands remain tight on the past, how can they grasp the future? If you obsess over what is gone, how can you recognize what lies ahead? If fear hinders your steps, how can you stride in liberty? Let go. Release all that burdens you, every vestige you have been clinging to, without fully noticing its weight. Speak to me. Share all that lies in your heart. Banish shame. Do not fret that your prayer may lack elegance. I am not after polished words, but honesty. I do not require elaborate rites. I only ask for an open heart. You are yourself, and I love you as you are, not for your abilities, but simply because you are my dear child. When you bring me your unguarded heart, you will sense a miracle unfolding, a calm, gentle stream gliding into your soul. It won't be grand or noisy, but it will be genuine and potent. It is a solace unobtainable by the world, a quietude beyond all comprehension. And in that stillness, you will see you have never been alone. Grant me permission to transform you deep inside, to bring not only external shifts, but above all, a renewal of your core. With a changed heart, you will view existence through new eyes. Troubles that once defeated you will lose their influence. Wounds that once brought searing agony will no longer be the chains restricting you. They become enduring lessons. The dreams that once intimidated you will beam brightly again in your mind. And when you glance back, you will behold a marvel. You have changed. The burdens that once seemed insurmountable no longer rule you. The fatigue once sapping your energy has faded. A fresh vigor sprouts within you, not just in your perspective, but in your entire essence. You will no longer tremble before the future, for you will trust that you are not journeying by yourself. Doubts of your own worth will fall away, replaced by the certainty that you are treasured and chosen. So, precious child, come to me. Do not hold back. Do not let qualms or history prevent you. Come and bare your soul. I am listening. I await you, prepared to pour miraculous renewal into your life, a life brimming with vigor, jubilation, and serene harmony. That lies directly ahead, all hinging on your decision in this very moment. My beloved child, in the midst of life's uncertainties and confusions, in the crossroads where you do not know which way to go, return to these words. For in the heart of these wise exhortations is the guiding light, the answers for the doubts that weigh upon you. No path is beyond recovery. No problem defies resolution, as long as you pay heed and practice what I have shared with you. Each element you need, growth, fortitude, perseverance through life's adversities, awaits you here. You are not required to chase distant answers or follow uncertain voices that could lead you astray. The remedies you long for, the gates you have hoped would unlock, are near at hand if you can simply trust and allow your spiritual vision to open. I know that sometimes you feel unmoored, stumbling as though you wander without a compass. Skepticism and fears may occupy your heart, prompting you to question your path. But my child, be still and pay attention. Don't permit the flood of demands to drown out the precious counsel I placed within your reach. Welcome these truths in your soul. Let every phrase become a lamp at your feet. They are far more than comforting words. They are realities anchoring you when life rages. They do not offer hollow promises, but a dependable map orienting you toward wisdom and valor. Searching for insight elsewhere is unnecessary. Everything you require remains close. Not in the complicated theories people devise, not in the short-lived routes this world may present, but in these potent and trustworthy precepts. They form the key to opening the doors you once imagined were bolted. They are the wellspring of strength that sustains you when you meet struggles head-on. Yet, my dear child, do not merely skim these lines, letting them pass through your consciousness without taking root. Let these words become part of your very essence, like oxygen, the source of your being, the bedrock of each choice you make. Engrave them upon your heart so that any time you grapple with hardship, you recall you are never abandoned, that you hold unwavering guidance directly within. Strive faithfully to embody these insights. Let your daily living reflect them. When weakness overcomes you, let these words fortify your resolve. When doubt creeps in, let them revive your conviction. When sadness overtakes you, let them reignite the embers of hope. You already possess every resource needed for the path before you. Your task is simply to receive, to trust, and then to press on with bravery. As you do so, wonders will appear. The knots in your heart will loosen, uncertainties in your mind will clear, and gates you supposed would never open will swing wide. Hence, abandon the notion of finding guidance outside, for the source of truth has been with you all along. Grasp it fully, let it guide your life. In doing so, you will walk in serenity, imbued with wisdom, into a tomorrow blessed with all I have laid in your future. I want you to not only accept these gifts, but to recognize their deep importance so that you do not casually forfeit what I have so lovingly prepared. The kindness I bestow is not meant to be clutched, but cherished, safeguarded, nurtured, so it may flourish. Understand that receiving carries not just a reward but a duty, an appointment to conduct yourself in line with the value of what is entrusted to you. My beloved child, do not seize blindly, lacking comprehension, nor employ thoughtlessly. Maintain an open heart, yet one infused with sound judgment. Everything truly valuable demands responsible care, like a garden that needs consistent tending before producing fruit. If you receive but never cultivate, those blessings may fade like seeds neglected in barren terrain. But if you guard them with gratitude and insight, they will thrive, providing abundance not just to you but to many around you. Always recall, nothing authentically precious can be gained without devotion. Love, belief, serenity, insight. Each of these thrives only when nurtured through your devotion. If you merely take them without cherishing them, they will slip away like water between your fingers. But if you treat them with reverence, if you savor every advantage and instant I grant you, you will preserve them, and they will multiply in measure. It is imperative that you grasp that what you hold is not only for your gratification, but intended to turn you into a radiance, a conscientious manager of such favors. Let them be channeled toward good works, sowing compassion, bolstering faith, bringing solace to the anguished, and lifting up the weary. Be mindful not to squander these blessings, nor to hoard them out of fear. A stream that continues flowing remains ever fresh, but water left stagnant too long becomes deadened. Let what has been bestowed on you flow forward, an outpouring of grace permeating the world, bearing luminosity and life anywhere it stretches. And, my cherished child, in all that you acquire, protect genuineness and humility. Resist complacency and vanity. What you possess now is given by grace, not merely the sum of personal efforts. Remain appreciative, but also prudent in using your blessings. Do not let them entangle or mislead you. Let them be your guiding star, allowing you a life of purpose and contentment. Remain ever aware. The gifts you hold are not only the fruit of your petitions, but also a trial of your confidence. Will you show wisdom in preserving them? Will you have the mettle to utilize them for noble aims? Will you comprehend how to share them so they multiply? I bestow these upon you, not for you to store away, but that you might be a devoted overseer of all that is good. Hence, my precious child, accept them with openness, yet with unwavering accountability. Embrace them with love, but also with discernment. Recognize their worth and employ them in meaningful ways. Therefore, in the future, as you reflect, you will see not solely the blessings themselves, but also their flourishing, how they expanded, becoming a light enduring in your own life and in those around you. Oh, my treasured child, deposit your confidence completely in the path I have set for you. Do not waver or be fearful of what looms ahead, for each step is orchestrated with intent. Each obstacle, each stretch of road I have placed to lead you where you must be. Sometimes you might not perceive the road clearly. You might feel enveloped in fog. Yet hold your ground. I will not abandon you. My direction remains steadfast, unchanged. It bends neither to circumstances nor to the passage of time or external conditions. When you truly trust in me, you will gain insight into how every circumstance in your life, whether bringing delight or perplexity, holds deeper purpose. Not a single event is random. They form parts of a grander narrative, a tapestry whose design is visible only through the lens of faith, not through mortal sight alone. You will face those times in which you wonder why these incidents happen. You may believe you have chosen the wrong path, interpreting troubles as failure. But my adored child, never forget that even if you cannot discern it, my workings persist. Seeds may take time to sprout. Delay does not imply they will never bloom. Some growth necessitates rooting firmly below before emerging above. Similarly, certain aspects of your life need seasons of readiness, a refining through trials, molding you into a resilient vessel for the appointed hour. Thus, do not permit doubts to seize your heart. Do not surrender your light to fear. In confusion, you drift from the serenity I have planned for you. Cast aside every hesitation. Let your apprehensions go like leaves in autumn, and find courage in knowing I orchestrate your life even when your eyes remain closed to it. Occasionally, you may sense the weight is unbearable, as though you lack the stamina to carry on. There may be occasions when you're on the brink of yielding, wanting to relinquish all hope, unsure if any soul comprehends your depths. But beloved child, I am here. I witness your sorrow. I share your secret tears. I know some mornings you rise with a heavy spirit. Some nights your heart refuses rest from anxieties. And I want you to believe that you don't need to bear this alone. When you weaken, when you feel you've run dry, humble yourself and request aid. Don't delay. Do not presume you must weather it all single-handedly. Don't allow pride or terror to keep you from drawing near. You were not created to wander in solitude, to shoulder life's difficulties alone. My plan was never for you to tackle hardships without comfort, without affection, without a refuge. Seek me when you are exhausted. Speak to me when you feel your capacity has reached its limit. Let me assume what you are incapable of holding. For I am not only the one lighting your way, I am your fortress. I do not merely show you the route. I am the hand that lifts you up when you stumble. You needn't ever believe you walk by yourself, for I remain beside you in every moment. Learn to open your heart and acknowledge that there will be times of vulnerability, that you too can benefit from a helping hand. Comprehend that it is never demeaning to accept assistance. In your fragile moments, I'll be your power. When you are lost, I shall guide you like a lamp. When your mind wavers, I'll be the gentle reassurance that you have not been abandoned. Hence, my beloved, do not be reluctant. Do not attempt to endure everything by yourself. Do not let self-importance keep you away. Do not let alarm thwart you from leaning on me. Trust in my plan for your existence. Trust that even the pains you experience fit into a greater design. Remember that storms subside, that after the tempest, skies become clear. As your heart learns to place confidence in me, as your uncertainty eases, you will discover a path not just shaped by my guidance, but safeguarded by a profound sense of calm that no worldly trial can break. My dear one, keep your mind as boundless as the sky and your heart as receptive as rich soil, that I may plant seeds of enlightenment, tranquility, and potency within you. As you walk with humility, showing readiness to absorb lessons, while your heart remains open to truth, you will feel your inner strength swelling. It will not erupt unexpectedly with loud fanfare, but rather flow quietly like a placid stream, nourishing your spirit, fortifying you day after day. My precious child, flourish in an environment of warmth and genuineness, where truth can thrive, where affection and backing can grow uninterrupted by unease. Choose to dwell where your soul receives nurturing by solace and empathy, where you can gather knowledge without fear of condemnation. Let your heart rise through good experiences, through influences that feed your soul rather than draining it. Because within you, strength does not merely appear. It is grown, shaped by what you absorb and concentrate upon, and by what you ultimately let reside in your heart. Surround your mind with wisdom, fill your heart with gratitude, and shield your spirit from harmful influences, and you will watch your strength multiply daily. Letting anxieties flood your thoughts or negativity take hold in your heart will undermine you. However, many blessings arrive. Always reflect. Are the thoughts you nurture serving a positive purpose? Are the beliefs in your heart elevating you? Does the mental food you consume help you expand in wisdom or push you from the light? When your mind pursues truth and your heart keeps peaceful sincerity, you form a foundation as solid as bedrock, impervious to trembling. Existence is capricious. Tribulations can surface without sign, yet you will not be washed away by an abrupt storm. Your roots dig deep into wisdom, founding you on unshakable stone, not fragile sand. Study those unwavering souls who bravely confront adversity. Their steadiness is not from a life devoid of anguish. Rather, they condition their minds to expect strong winds. They don't allow events to govern them. They submit themselves to wisdom and inner power. You can become one of them, a person unyielding in torrential rain, one who does not crumble in the face of trials. Instead, you stand resolute, stable like a mountain in the fierce gusts. To reach this point, begin now. Let every thought, each decision, every spoken word serve as a sturdy stone in the edifice you are constructing. Keep your heart vigilant. Keep sowing wisdom and truth into your mind. Then you will reach a place where uncertainty no longer shakes you. When challenges come, you stand strong, dealing with them serenely. Should sorrow strike, you do not cave, but discover the spirit to stand up anew. Even in the presence of unforeseen struggle, you refuse to be overpowered, but figure out how to rise, progressing with resilience. Because, my dear child, you are not fated for failure. You were never fashioned to tremble forever. Hidden within is a might you may not fully see, but have always possessed. It has waited for your call. By disciplining your mind, by learning to quiet your heart, to prevent negativity from dominating your thoughts, you will see a more stalwart self emerging, facing life with firm composure, never surrendering to chaos swirling around you. Therefore, my beloved, keep your eyes on the truth, remain anchored in wisdom, and continue forward, confident you can conquer whatever tomorrow offers. Set your life upon unwavering footings so that, in storms, you remain firmly planted, unbowed, lucid in purpose, forging ahead underpinned by a faith and ease that no circumstance can remove. Let your spirit reside in the unending grace and unshakable support I arranged for you. This fortitude is not derived from the wider world, nor constrained by external shifts. It is a ceaseless stream of healing, always ready to replenish you from within. Be assured that you have never been traveling alone. At those times you are exhausted, when your mind is overrun by cares, pause. Inhale deeply, sensing my surrounding love. At times your soul feels fatigued, not only physically but spiritually. The burdens, the worries, and the struggles encircle you, making you gradually forget the peace I desire you to maintain. But my beloved, I have ordained a season of rest for you, not merely from tasks, but as a time to rediscover your essence. Relinquish needless baggage, and let your heart and mind revive. Think of the grandest river, It occasionally needs stillness for its waters to settle. In the same way, you cannot keep racing ahead, ignoring the rests that preserve your well-being. Sometimes the right action isn't to accelerate, but to be still, to heed more intently the voice echoing in your depths. I know your unwavering diligence, how you weathered trying days with courage and resolve. But my dear, grant yourself this pause. Let your soul mend. By pausing, you'll notice that positive transformations keep happening, even out of your sight. Like a little sprout, thrusting upward unseen, some events are nourished within you, even if no surface evidence yet appears. I am active every instant, regardless of your awareness. Resist losing hope. Resist impatience that blinds you to the emerging beauty. Claim moments for quiet. Seek pockets of calm amid life's clamor. You will discover understanding in these pauses. You will sense my nearness more vividly when free from external noise. Through silence and openness, you will find the responses you've been seeking. Widen your heart to receive fresh strength that I long to grant. Let brightness flood every hidden space inside, even where past hurts still dwell. Permit love and calm to overwhelm your heart, dispelling all doubts and angst. My beloved, I know you have been deeply hurt, that there were days you felt unable to carry on. Yet I want you to see, no ache is meaningless. No pain is lost in vain. Every tribulation has a purpose. None exists simply to break you, but rather to refine, to shape you into a more astute and powerful soul. Now I want you to embrace a renewed phase, a phase of healing, renewed faith, and reinvigorated hope. Do not shrink from transitions. Do not become troubled when outcomes differ from your predictions. Have faith that I am pointing you to the most suitable road, even if you don't see it yet. Have faith that every stride, no matter how tough or small, leads you nearer to the wholeness I have planned. Finding your rest in me does not expose fragility. Indeed, it empowers you. Choosing to pause does not stall your advancement. It sets the stage for a more secure movement onward. I remain here by your side, waiting for you to offer your heart so you may wholly accept all the goodness I have in store. My cherished child, allow me to gently take away the patterns of thought you have carried too long. Mistaken ideas strangling your mind, falsehoods that caused you to question your true worth, scars that marked your heart with sorrow. Let me reach those parts of you that you keep hidden, to lift you, to restore you, to destroy the barriers blocking your way to the freedom I have readied. I have come not to condemn you or shame you for your past. Instead, I come with sincerity, unbounded love, and a well-defined blueprint for your life, one not dependent on your past achievements or missteps, but on the possibilities I perceive within you. Do not allow hateful words or flawed conclusions cause you to forget that you were birthed for higher things. You are not the sum of your errors. You are not your shortcomings. You are not bound by human labels. I see how negativity has lingered in your thoughts. Maybe these were accusations echoed by others, or prejudices you once embraced as fact, or certain fears you assumed impossible to conquer. Today, I urge you to see that none of these hold sway unless you concede. Your destiny is not to exist locked in hesitation, remorse, or dread. Relinquish these worries, like a gentle breeze winnowing lifeless leaves, making room for sprigs of new life. Let me guide you into a renewed dawn. Fear not the winds of change, nor hesitate to let the old recede in favor of a fresh voyage with an open spirit. And understand, you will not walk this path in solitude. Every resource you may need, every helping presence is poised. You are not abandoned to navigate in isolation, for I stand by, prepared to accompany every footstep. However, my beloved child, stepping into this fresh start necessitates your agreement to relinquish what keeps you behind. I recognize you have bonds and attachments that linger, preventing you from perceiving better paths ahead. Certain relationships entered your life not to elevate, but to drag you down. Some voices offered only uncertainty, not encouragement. Certain environments stifle your growth, tugging you backward whenever you try ascending. Permit me to liberate you from all these. Do not remain trapped by dishonesty any longer. Don't cling to associations that do not serve your genuine interests. Don't let fear tie you to scenarios that fail to enrich you. I realize severing such bonds can be distressing. Yet, remember, whenever you let go of something worthless, you create an opening for something superior. Think of the seed that must break through its protective hull, endure darkness, and be buried deep before it greets the sun's rays. So it is for you. To reach the heights of growth I designed, you must not keep wearing your old shell. You cannot retain harmful assumptions, unaddressed pains, or misguided influences if you truly aim to experience progress and freedom. My beloved child, I know transformation can be intimidating. You cannot see all that awaits. Perhaps the familiar is comfortable, keeping you attached to it. But please remember that you were not made to remain in unsuitable places. You were not called to remain bounded by lines others drew. I fashioned you for a loftier calling, a grander road, and you are worthy. So I ask you today, let me fulfill this inside you. Let me gently remove the burdens from your mind, the uncertainties that made you question your capacity. Let me clear the way so that you can continue without those long-standing fetters. My beloved, trust my plan for you. It is not a random notion nor a path solely shaped by chance. It is supported by my deep love for you, carefully crafted with attention to even the smallest piece. If you will step out, if you can trust me fully, you will see that what lies ahead is more than a better life. It is a significant expedition where fear and doubt do not restrain you, but where you find true liberation, delight, and significance. Let me resurrect you within. Allow me to ease your burdens. Let me guide you into an entirely uncharted chapter, where your past no longer ensnares you, but you are free to claim a reality of fortitude and bright expectation. And bear in mind, you never walk unaccompanied. I am here, waiting, encouraging you, eager to lead you toward a new chapter, where goodness rises over darkness, honesty quiets deception, and love cures every injury. Embarking on this new season, you will encounter fresh prospects and trials. This is a pivotal point, a phase of unceasing learning, ongoing growth, and greater discovery of the purpose behind your footsteps. But know that growth rarely happens without facing resistance. Your course is not a tidy, straight highway. You will see turns, steep paths, and sections that appear to dead end. I cannot guarantee a perpetually easy walk. However, I can promise that as long as you resolve to seek daily guidance, a guiding light will always be there. Existence will stray from your plans, and sometimes you will confront unforeseeable events. What truly matters is how you handle them, not the circumstances themselves. Make daily guidance your vital practice. Pause each day to listen, to reflect, to welcome the path I show you. Do not turn to me only in crises, but also in times of comfort. When you are anchored in wisdom and truth, no unanticipated hardship will topple you. My dear child, there will be days you feel capable of anything, and days you feel too weary to move on. You will face tough choices, inner battles, and complicated relationships. In these times, you do not need haste or panic, but a composed heart and clarity, so you choose wisely. Such lucidity is available if you devote time to heed instruction, to humbly concede that not everything is possible alone. Picture your life as a massive forest. Some trails are broad and well-traveled, but others are tiny and concealed, invisible at first glance. If you rely only upon yourself, you might lose direction, pick wrong, or wander longer to reach safety. But if you have direction, if you train yourself to listen to your soul's deeper urges, if you slow your pace to see more distinctly, you will locate the correct way. Allow no challenge to obscure your sense of purpose. Do not let obstacles stir your doubt of self-worth. Each day bestows fresh lessons. Adversity doesn't arrive to crush you. It is meant to cultivate your patience, your steadfastness, compassion, and a broader outlook. There may be moments that feel tangled in confusion, instances making you question your path. But my child, stay calm. If you choose daily to seek guidance, it will never be absent, even in dire times. Even if you feel forsaken, I am right here, leading you, every inch, Let me help unravel the contradictions inside you, the conflicts in your mind. Let me shine a light upon your road so you do not have to grope in darkness. Let me soften your heart so you can walk freely, unencumbered by old wounds. Progress is about continuous motion, not an ultimate endpoint. No path is flawlessly straight, and no one is unerringly perfect. Rather, the difference is whether you absorb the lessons, whether you decide to stand after a fall. If you pledge yourself to daily seeking guidance, to hearing and adapting, challenges will not paralyze you. You will proceed, buoyed by courage, greeting hardships with a firm trust that an exit lies ahead, a solution awaits. You will not flounder when long familiar paths shut, for you know new entrances will appear. You will not let the past anchor you, for you know an expansive future beckons, alive with infinite promise. My beloved, realize that you needn't hold every answer in this moment. Merely maintain a teachable heart, a mind open to direction. Dedicate a segment of each day to commune with me, to interpret the real needs of your soul. Then you will realize no situation is too large, no quandary insoluble, because my illumination is guiding your steps. Walk forth determined and aware of your inherent value. When fresh chapters of your life unfold, when prospective doors start to open, stand steadfast in your understanding, and do not revert to well-worn cycles in which you languished in needless fear. I foresee that during this journey, you may meet individuals not primed for betterment, those still ensnared in negativity. They may doubt that life can improve, or that a more excellent road is possible. They might have grown comfortable surrendering to constant struggle. Some place self-imposed boundaries, believing destiny calls only for endurance to fulfill others' expectations. Their viewpoints can hold them back and influence you if you let them. When they inject their gloom into your thoughts, you risk drifting behind, losing sight of the brightness you chase. My child, I do not want you trapped by those misguided convictions. I did not craft you to eke out a despairing existence. I designed you to embrace and express your latent capabilities. Remind yourself that conformity to the masses is unnecessary. You needn't adopt well-trodden roads purely because people proclaim them as the only route. You hold every right to select an alternative path, one emanating from trust, hope, and unending development. Value your current achievements, but never forget how far you can still ascend. Look around. Many remain confined by negativity, people who can't see a possibility of a brighter dawn. They might try to draw you into their hopelessness, telling you there's no further road, that you've reached your potential. Resist letting them squash your spirit. Don't plunge into their downward spiral. At crossroads, choose luminosity and revitalization. Hear my voice inside, softly reminding you that the past does not captivate you, nor do others. Opinions set your boundaries. If you believe in your capacity, if you step forward decisively, you shall discover ways forward where others saw only a locked gate. I am not guaranteeing a perpetually effortless walk. Days will come when you sense isolation, when those close to you fail to grasp your aspirations or back your planned course. Don't allow that to erode your confidence. What I planted in your heart, your passions, your dreams, the forces that stir your soul, are no accident. They reveal you are moving in alignment with your destiny. You are not obliged to mollify everyone. Do not shape your life by whatever measures people dream up. The truest measure is remaining genuine, faithful to a path you know holds reality. Never grant anyone the power to dim your inner spark. Never let terror extinguish your belief in yourself. If you consent to be molded by limiting convictions, you construct walls about your spirit. You abandon your capacity for bold dreams, for new horizons. But recognize this world is more magnificent than you can imagine, and your possibilities are not constrained by your past, nor by those lacking the vision to see beyond their present. Ask yourself, why am I living? What am I chasing? Am I halted by beliefs that no longer fit who I am meant to be? If yes, then you must break free. Have the bravery to go forward, to realize you are created for more. Within you, I have placed a power, a light that shines even in the dimmest corners. If you tend it faithfully, if you remain steadfast in belief and reject despair, you will find yourself blossoming in ways once deemed impossible. My beloved child, keep yourself sincere. Learn to discern what is truly worthy of your time, what merits your faith. You may need to walk away from certain individuals, relinquish certain views, but all of this is vital to keep traveling onward. Always recall, I did not make you to spend life caged. I endowed you with the potential to soar to great heights. Do not let misguided views hold you in place. Trust the path you tread. By continuing in faith, you will see a corridor of light unveiling itself, calling you to a hopeful tomorrow. My beloved child, stay focused on the journey before you, and do not let the voices around you cause you to waver. Do not let the doubts of others become shackles that hold you back. You do not need to prove yourself to anyone, nor do you need to seek the approval of those who do not understand you. Walk forward with strength, for you are not born to live according to the judgments or expectations of the world, but to become the person I have destined you to be. You may share all that you have received. You may express the light within you through words, actions, and even through your very life. But not everyone will be ready to receive it. There will be those who do not believe, those who doubt, and those who do not see the value in what you hold dear. But do not let that discourage you. What is true does not need to be forced. Light does not need to argue with darkness. It simply shines. Likewise, you do not need to engage in arguments to prove anything. Let your life be the testimony of what you believe. Let your actions speak louder than words. For there will come a time when others will see the transformation within you, the peace you carry through the storms, the resilience you hold in the face of trials. And when they do, they will begin to ask questions in their own hearts. That is the most powerful way to lead them to the truth. So, instead of trying to change the minds of others, focus your energy on nurturing your own soul. Strengthen the person within you each day. Fortify your spirit and let your roots grow deep in wisdom and truth. When your soul is strong, when you are no longer shaken by the doubts around you, you will become a steadfast mountain in the midst of the storm, a shining light in the dark. Perhaps today you feel as though you are walking alone, but soon you will meet those who share the same longing as you. They will be seekers of the light, those who recognize the value of the path you are on, those who are willing to walk alongside you on this journey. And when you meet them, you will realize that you are not alone. There will be kindred spirits, those with the same hunger for truth, those who will uplift and encourage you on the days you need strength. But before you find them, you must first learn to stand firm on your own. Before you meet your companions, you must learn to trust yourself and the path you are pursuing. For only when you are unwavering in your faith, only when you no longer allow the doubts of others to shake you, will you truly be able to walk with courage and freedom. My beloved child, do not be afraid if today you feel alone. Do not fear if you find yourself walking a path that not everyone understands. Remember that those who truly belong in your life, those who share the same faith, will come at the right time. Do not let waiting weary you. Do not let the doubts of others discourage you. Keep growing. Keep strengthening your spirit. Keep walking with the confidence that you are on the right path. One day, when you look back, you will see that everything you have been through, the challenges, the lonely days, the doubts from others, was all part of the journey that shaped you into a stronger person. And on that day, you will no longer feel alone, because you will know that you have found your true family, those who not only walk beside you, but also share the same light, spread the same truth, and journey with you in peace and hope. My beloved child, treasure every moment of your life. Pour your heart and energy into what truly matters. Instead of dwelling on criticisms that serve no purpose, focus on building a fulfilling life, on sincerely caring for your family and those you love. Life is short and precious. Every moment wasted on negativity is a moment you can never reclaim. The judgments of others, The conflicting opinions of those who do not understand you may come and go, but if you allow them to take root in your mind, they will become invisible chains that hold you back. Do not let what is unworthy drain your spirit. Let your mind be filled only with what truly matters, what nourishes your soul, brings peace, and lays the foundation for a steadfast future. Turn your attention to building a lasting foundation, not just for yourself, but for the generations to come. Life is not merely a series of passing days. It is a journey of growth, of intentional choices that lead to transformation, of purposeful steps toward a meaningful existence. One of the greatest responsibilities you can embrace is to encourage the younger ones in your family to grow, to help them recognize their value and potential. Do not impose or dictate the path they must take, but instead help them discover themselves so they may choose a direction aligned with their gifts, passions, and goals. Each person is granted a one-of-a-kind gift, a capability, a vision, a capacity they alone can manifest. Yet many younger souls may not initially see their capacity. They might absorb the world's prejudices or let others' demands determine their fate, or allow doubts of their own competence to stifle them. Be the encourager, the guiding light, the pillar of strength emboldening them to explore their true identity. Enable them to cultivate practical abilities, not just so they can secure a stable livelihood, but so they can walk their own path with confidence, becoming independent, strong, and responsible individuals. Exercise patience in guiding them. Let them sense that success is measured not by wealth or popularity, but by leading a life in line with who they truly are. Avoid subjecting them to needless pressure or compelling them to become someone they are not. Instead, grant them the freedom to choose, while offering a safe place as a constant support. My beloved child, remember that you counsel best not through rigid enforcement, but through compassion and empathy. Allow them to see you as trustworthy, an ally, not merely an authority figure, not confining them to some predefined mold, but encouraging them to discover the one uniquely meant for them. Appreciate that every human has an individual path and purpose. Never be distraught if the children you love take a route you may not endorse. Do not lose heart if they fail to see their own strength right away. Give them leeway, time, and trust. Let them experiment. Let them learn from personal endeavors. Keep in mind, a robust tree cannot thrive if its roots are confined. Likewise, the young cannot reach their best selves if they are denied the liberty to see life on their own. Don't dread their stumbles, because through slips they learn the most. Don't shield them from every hardship, because enduring them is how they develop fortitude. Trust that the seeds you sow now will germinate down the road. Be patient as a gardener, sowing, watering, tending, and eventually you will notice the seeds you planted shoot upward into formidable, unwavering trees. Above all, model the lessons. Words have limited effect if unaccompanied by examples. Let them witness in you an unrelenting quest for betterment, someone not deterred by negative evaluations, an individual whose heart centers on deeper significance. In observing a life governed by intention, they will be drawn to learn from your ways, obviating compulsion or stress. My beloved child, devote yourself to what holds real worth. Reject the trivial distractions that might ensnare your brain. Turn your gaze forward. Lay a dependable groundwork, not solely for yourself, but for the generations after. Be a leader, a believer, a nurturer of the seeds you plant in younger hearts, allowing them to grow strong and self-assured, undaunted in their faith. Always keep in mind, you are not traveling alone. I am here, guiding you with discernment to guide others, filling you with compassion that you may show patience and lift them when necessary. If you concentrate on the good and walk in meaning, you will not just improve your own life, but leave a lasting impression on those around you. So, my precious child, go forward in wisdom, with an indomitable spirit and with a heart abounding in love. Construct, sow, lead gently and insightfully. Know that your labors today will generate a radiant tomorrow, not just for you, but also for your loved ones. Anytime uncertainty grips your heart, anytime you sense you are drifting in life's currents, run back to me. Do not waver, do not doubt, do not ever believe you must endure alone. I am here, ever present, unwaveringly faithful, always awaiting your arrival, always standing ready with infinite compassion. Whisper to me the secrets you cannot voice elsewhere. I yearn to hear the burdens deep in your soul, your fears, your despair, your unspoken hopes. They all carry weight for me. Don't think that only major problems concern me. Even the smallest of your worries is precious to me. I hear not only the words you speak audibly, I know the silent prayers in your spirit. On the days you can't find the words, when all you can do is sigh, I still wholly understand the cry of your heart. In moments of profound weariness, when you cannot form sentences, when you feel undeserving of my help, I still perceive everything. Now, lift up your prayer to me. Lord, in those instances where my heart is weighed down and I cannot foresee the events of tomorrow, please strengthen my faith in you. Even if the way forward is hidden from me, I trust you direct my path. Grant me tranquility to set aside my restlessness, so I no longer let fear rule me. Teach me to rely on you, to depend on your promises, and to march on with boldness, conscious that you are consistently with me. Merciful Lord, you understand the hurts I carry inside, the pains I keep hidden. Please restore me completely, in body and in spirit. Eliminate my tears and lift the weights from my mind. Educate me on forgiveness, letting past burdens go, and living in hope. I firmly believe that searching for you will bring me solace and renewal. Fill me with love and unwavering belief in your healing might. Lord, I feel lost in the midst of life's numerous paths. Sometimes I do not know what direction to take, which choice to make, or which way is correct. But I cling to your plan for me, designed specifically for my journey. Please shine your light on my steps. Lead me where I ought to be. Extract every shred of doubt or fear preventing me from living inside your will. Teach me to hear your voice, to trust fully in your leading. I yield my tomorrow to you. Lord, this world stands in constant flux, and there are days I am worn, days I feel cut off. But I acknowledge that in all my trials, you remain near. Help me retain faith amidst life's tempests. Bestow on me calmness amidst the chaos, so problems no longer rattle me. Remind me that I need not carry my entire load, for you are my shield. Lord, my heart holds burdens I am unsure how to let go of, past errors, remorse, and deep wounds that keep me tied. Please set me free. Help me shed what no longer belongs to enter the fresh start you have arranged. Give me the bravery to depart from harmful elements, to embrace the fullness of freedom you offer. I believe that in you, I no longer remain in bondage to my old mistakes. I am renewed, changed, summoned to an abundant, complete life. Lord, guide me to stay devoted to you, particularly when life isn't straightforward. If I cannot grasp everything, help me persist in believing you are working. When I meet struggles, instill in me the strength to press on. If I see doors closing, let me recognize it's not final, but your preparation for something more. Teach me patience, to trust your timing, and to choose faith in your care above needless anxieties. Lord, I thank you for always being present in my life. Instill in me an ever grateful heart, regardless of situations. Let me be mindful of the gifts I already hold, so I do not forever chase what I lack. Let me live open-hearted, never forgetting that every dawn is a treasured gift from you. My beloved child, what you just received was not a moment. It was a movement. I have spoken to your spirit not to entertain you, but to awaken something eternal within you. But don't let this encounter end here. Each time you return to this space, you return to my voice. Each time you listen, you give your soul the nourishment it craves. So subscribe not for the sake of another video, but to remain in rhythm with my guidance. Turn on the bell, not for a notification, but as a signal that you are ready to hear me again. Come back, not out of routine, but because your journey is ongoing, and I am waiting to speak again. And share this message, not for applause, but because someone you love is silently searching for a word I placed in your heart today. Stay close, Stay open and never forget, I am not just in the video, I am in you, and I will meet you here again, right on time. Amen.